What's going on, guys? Now I got another Wizards video for y'all today. It's John. What's good with you, John? So you need some advice. Advice on how to have a good season this year. Oh, I got you, John. Hey, let me cut the camera off real quick. What's going on, guys? Now you know I got another Wizards video for y'all today. And at the beginning of the video, you know what I'm about to talk about. I got 3 things the Wizards need to do in order to have a good season this year and for it not to implode. So let's get right into it. Number 1 thing, need to change that mentality. Years past, it's a lot of cockiness that's been coming out of John Wall and Bradley Beal's mouth. It's a lot of cockiness, a lot of chit chat, and no results to back it up. You know, it seemed like every year was we the best backcourt in the East. We believe the Cavaliers was ducking us when they can't even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then, even after last season, after losing to the Toronto Raptors, you got Markieff Morris saying, sometimes the better team don't win. Now, that may be true in some cases, but the Wizards wasn't the better team. And that's that mentality right there that they got to change, man. Or else how they going to expect different results if they feel like they already the best? What are they working towards? It's different when you're the best, when you feel like you're the best and you actually are the best. It's okay if the Warriors are saying it because they're the best. You got a team who can't even get past the second round, and you got their 2 best players saying they the best backcourt and all this and all that. You got to change that mentality. And John Wall recently said that they coming in with a different mindset. They coming in humble. They got to earn their respect. That's right. That's why everybody talking about the Sixers, talking about the Celtics, talking about the Bucks, and talking about the Pacers, and nobody talking about the Wizards. People tired of just hearing their talk and having no results for it. So they got to come in determined, they got to come in humble, and ready to work, and ready to prove everybody wrong, and show them why that locker room not about to implode. They got a lot to prove. And it's up to them. Now, number 2, health. They got to be healthy. Last season was a lot of injuries that took place. Surprisingly, Bradley Beal was the one who played all 82 games out of everybody. Usually it's Brad who missed some games. You know, he used to have a history of being known as injury prone. But he lasted every game last season, so shout out to Brad. But you had John missing like almost half the season. You had Otto Porter missing some games with the bad hip that he's had trouble with in the past. And then he couldn't finish out the last closeout game against the Toronto Raptors where the Wizards lost and was eliminated. Markieff Morris before the season started had hernia. Was it hernia surgery? I believe so. Shout out to Gortat, but he was always the most reliant person on the court. I don't remember ever seeing him miss a game. I always will give Gortat props for that. But you saw in the 2016-2017 season when the Wizards was healthy, they was one of the best teams in the East. Now, granted, they lost Game 7 in the second round, but still, they won 49 games, almost 50 games. Health is very key. They got to stay healthy. They got to take care of their body. John Wall said he working on a new diet. He need to keep his weight down. He got knee problems already. He don't need a bunch of weight to be hurting his knees. Otto Porter need to get in the gym. He need to bulk up. He need to get a little stronger. I don't want to see him grimacing every time he hitting the floor like he 80 years old. The dude is like 25. Every time he touch the floor, he... I'm tired of it. Bradley Beal, keep it up. I appreciate you could have took some rest last year. I'm pretty sure you could have, but you decided to play and stick it out. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. Hopefully, this season you can do more of the same. Now let's get into that 3rd thing. The 3rd thing the Wizards need to have a successful season is an identity. Wizards need to know who they are. Are they a defensive team? Are they a run and gun team? Are they a bang in the paint type team? What are they? Are they gritty? Do they lock down? Last year, we didn't know who they were. In the Randy Whitman days, people could classify them as a defensive team. You know, pace of space, or get on the break type team. Now, it seemed like last season they had an identity crisis. Now, the best, the best, in my opinion, what the Wizards do best is getting rebounds, creating offense from defense. Getting transition. We all know Wizards is a better fast break team than a half-court team. The half-court offense is trash. They at their best when they on a break. And how they get on a break? From rebounding and playing defense. And they need to establish who they are, who they want to be. You can't be out here with no identity. Every elite team has an identity. They know what they're going to do. They know who they are. And I'm not talking about the Wizards for the Wizards to go out here and try to act like they're the Warriors. There's too many teams trying to act like they're the Warriors and failing at it. That's why the Warriors keep repeating. Wizards need to find their own identity. Don't try to copy the best team in the NBA and none of that. Find what your team is best at and what they do best. And they'll be all right. They'll know who they are. They'll know every night going into the game what the game plan is. Locking up. Getting on the break. Getting in transition. They know what they want to do. Spread the floor. Kick out. So those are also some three pretty good points if the Wizards want to have a successful season. Because like we all know, this season can go really good or really bad. It's all dependent on the players, man. Health, mentality, and identity. Those are the three things Wizards need to know. Or else, we could be talking about blowing it up for real next season. But that's it for now, man. Message over.